Welcome monk enjoyers. This guide will be a little bit different than any other of mine because I always repeated all the mechanics, all the abilities, all the cooldowns. But as previous week, what I did with monk guide, it was 58 minutes long and I'm not going through that again. And mostly everything is same, just some tweaks because it's just changing other hero talents. So other than that, few talents, we are doing exactly the same. So I assume you understand the other talents and you do everything there. So if you want to check other guide, link will be in the description. It's just on other hero talents. So there is just Conduit of Celestials, but most of it, it's true. There is just few parts that is changing with our hero talents. So I will make this guide just what is different if we choose Master of Harmony instead of Conduit of Celestials. There is not much, so it will be quite short and I will enjoy it and I won't be repeating same thing over and over and over. I will just say exactly what's different and little tweaks to our gameplay. So let's start with the stats as usual. Get those shiny 20,000, with potion is fine, you don't need to go that high. Then second stat is critical, if you are under geared or you don't plan to push, because critical is fine for healing, fine for mana sustain, fine for damage, great for everything. But if you push, you need some survival too. So if you plan to push haste, then second is versatility, and then what's left is critical. If you don't plan to push and you're fine to do maximum 11 and not higher, go that 20,000 haste again, it's fine without potion have less, and then go that critical and what's left to versatility. Alrighty, let's have a look on talents. You have different Master of Harmony. I'll go through changes, I won't say it now. If you want exactly these talents, the link is in the description. In the case you are not so familiar with the monk, then there is few choices on the left tree. So choose Your Grace instead of Strong Magic Defense, because with this defense you need to click it, that's the first thing. And second thing, to know what damage is magical, what damage is physical. Usually everything is physical damage. Oh, the opposite, the magical. Most physical damage is getting tank, so it's usually fine, but if you are learning, this is much better, it's just giving you a shield, you don't need to think about. And the other one is Chi Wave, also Chi Burst is better with this burst because it's better than Chi Wave overall, and Master of Harmony is also improving them by 50%. So we are taking Chi Burst, but again, if you are learning monk, there will be a lot of new abilities. Just choose Chi Wave because it will happen passively and you don't need to click it, you don't need to think about it. Then from the right tree, there is matter of preference. So it's same as the other build. You have this talent spots, so you can choose Better Cocoon by 80%, that's great. You can choose after Thunder Focus Tea, you will get Zen Pulse. And you can choose Peer into Peace, or you can choose Secret Infusion. So any of these 4 talents, by your preference. This is my preference, I like it this way, but if you like something else, choose whichever 2 you like from these 4 talents. What are the changes for us? First, let's go through what we are missing. So we no longer are having a huge cooldown, so we will need to compensate, or some burst AoE, or also burst single target, but it's a little better for AoE. So we will need to heal more through other abilities, because we don't have this. Then we are not getting Stain of the Black Ox, that is proccing also with Xuen with our Revivify and Tag Spawn. So this won't be happening, so no, like, kind of free fast cast of Enveloping Mists. So Enveloping Mists here and there will be a little bit harder, of course with Chi it will be easy to apply, and the other thing, we don't have shortened cooldown after we're using 20 stacks of Sharon's Gift. Oh, and this one, depend which one you played. You're losing mainly big cooldown, and then like these kinda good Enveloping Mist that was also applying shields and some little extra healing, like this is quite good, 6% Vivify and Enveloping Mist is huge. So this one we are losing. Biggest loss is of course once again huge cooldown, that is great for AoE burst abilities. But we are getting huge amount of damage. So I should mention it from very start, but fine. So Master of Harmony, you are under geared or you want to push very high keys, that means 15 plus, then definitely Conduit or Celestial is fine. Under gear to heal more, so you can get to higher keys faster and you can get better gear faster. And for push, because it's just better for healing and more absorbs that will protect your group. It's just better. But Master of Harmony is doing way more damage. Way more. Absolutely way more damage. So it's not best for push, it's not best for healing, but this is to have fun and blast absolutely massive numbers. So my record, I don't think I have it here saved. No, it was 12 mists. Must be it, and this was 11 necrotic wake. It's 577. 675 was my record doing DPS. Oh, give me a moment, I will find it. Alright, I found a picture on my Discord, so you can see, I don't know how pixelated it will be. 670, not 75. So you can really blast some insane numbers. Insane numbers as healer, of course. DPS should blast more. But yeah, this build is about your damage. And also healing from the damage. It will be a little bit better, because you will do more damage. So you will a little bit heal from it. But in the tough situations, when you need to heal a lot, your just healing from damage is not enough. But apart from Jade and Power and your Lightning, because that's massive damage, so it's massive healing. But yeah, you have situations you need to stop doing damage. It's usually on bosses, because it's just one target, so GG is weaker and Blackout Kick is not hitting many targets and stuff like that. And in that case, this build you need to compensate more. So, let's talk about new huge mechanic. Every damage you do and every healing you do, 10% from damage, 30% of your healing is stored as vitality. It doesn't have duration, it's forever. Of course, it will get a reset on start of the dungeon. If you overheal, it's charging less than 30% of your healing, so not as useful if you want to just charge and everybody is full. Then, after you use standard focus T, this healing, or well, healing, vitality is released. Vitality is storing up to maximum of your health, so if you have it full, it's exactly as your maximum health. So after you use that T, your next healing or damage abilities, it will be just doing more heal or more damage. That more heal or damage will be over 8 seconds, so it will be dot or hot. And this is dealing 40% additional, so that means it won't be consumed immediately, instantly, with one ability, one spell, because it will do just 40% of what you are doing. So it will apply some weaker hot, but then you can just apply it again and it will be stronger, and then apply it again on damage, it will be stronger dot. So you can stack it multiple times. It's not giving you a stacks, because it can be a random number, literally, because it depends how much you do damage, how much you do healing. But otherwise, it's even fine for single target, because you can expel full power to do damage to single target. It doesn't matter how many targets you are healing, how many targets you are doing damage. It will be nicely split amongst them. And this, of course, is a huge part of your damage. Look at this, this was quite short dungeon, so no big numbers, but it's millions and millions. You can see it's massive power. And then we also do more damage with these 3 abilities, Blackout Kick, Snazy Sunkick, and Tiger Spawn. It's increased, where is it, by 15%. And they're also kicking in front of you, so you can see this is like little AoE, and that little AoE is quite a decent part too. So it's 50 million from something that is happening anyway. Come on, don't cancel it. But also, if somebody have healing over time effects, or that damage over time effects from this mechanic, from this vitality mechanic, they take increased 20% damage or 20% increase healing from you. So not only is massive damage, quite decent healing, it's not that useful for healing though, because it's healing quite slowly, and when we need to heal a lot, we need to heal fast. But yeah, it's fine. So it's also giving you this 20% buff. When I check healing, I didn't heal much, see, it's just 600 overall. It was mostly from damage. Can I even find it? It was really... yeah, I was... most times when it healed, it was just a mistake. Or rather, somebody was not full, so it was healing them. But I was never click it, I want to heal now from it. because it was just fine. Everything was smooth, everybody was blasting. So, a little bit more about storing this vitality. It will be happening on your own. It's good to have some nice vigora so you know how much you have, because you don't want to mouse over on this icon over here to see exact number. There is a little mechanic that was increasing how fast you can store this vitality, and that is clarity of purpose. So if you spawn Gas of Mists, that means even Rising Sun Kick is spawning one, Bam is spawning 2 Gas of Mists. That means giving us 2 stacks, and it can stack up to 10. So on 10 stacks, it's 750 extra vitality stored. You want to use Vivify here and there anyway, because every 10 seconds is stronger and instant. But also if you have 10 of these stacks, even if that instant Vivify will be overheal, you still want to use it, because it will store extra vitality. And that's definitely an easy way to just charge it again quite easy and fast. So let's do min-max of damage, and let's do min-max of healing from it. Well, there is also a mechanic that is... it can spread to additional targets. So let's charge myself. I have 18%, I'm getting there. This will take some time. I don't have any other mechanics. Just pure my healing. And let's explain how to min-max if you want to go pure for damage or pure for healing. And usually in the middle way, you don't want to do middle way, but it will happen anyway. You will see soon enough. So now it's fully charged. So this is, you can see it's 6,147,000. It's exactly my maximum health. And this is maximum charged, given its change icon there. So now after you standard focus T, this will get released. So everything what we do, well, everything what we do, healing everything what we do, but damage is only this 3 ability: Rising Sun Kick, Blackout Kick, and Target Spam. Other, like Lightning is not doing it, or Spinning Crane Kick is not releasing it. Also Jade's Firestorm with damage is not releasing it. Only these 3 abilities we are using usually on single target rotation, or rather less targets rotation. So alright, not everything, now we are clear, because not every damage. So then it's applying this dot hot. And let's start with min-maxing damage, and through that it will be understandable what will be happening. So you will also see here that will be not very effective if you will have targets that are not full. Maybe one heal, target dummies are a little bit wild. So I click Thunder Focus T. Now it's for 10 seconds, is empowering. Then I'm clicking, and see it's still not used to full because it's at 40%, I didn't use it to full. I managed to pump, it's 255,000 per second on damage. But it jump on some healing targets too. And of course I didn't use everything because you usually need more targets than that. Well, I didn't want to use Stomp to just not see numbers from other mechanics. Of course I would heal much more and will place much more on healing. So, the thing with Monk is now we heal 30% from our kicking all the time. All the time, all the time. So, if somebody is not on full health, he will get a heal. And if he will get a heal, it will start healing them. Luckily, this is not counting from overheal. So if somebody get overheal, it's not consumed your vitality. So if you want to min-max damage, you want to either wait or heal everyone before to full and then click it, and everything will go for damage. Like now you can see it was jumping on others because when I was kicking, it was sharing at 30% of my damage and it was sharing on other targets. I will charge myself again meanwhile. So yes, for min-maxing damage, everybody should be full, and then you just keep clicking. Keep clicking, kicking. same thing. You are playing a game, so we are clicking to kick. Ugh, I almost was not able to say it. Then for min-maxing heal, it's very simple. I have like 2 targets now. I have also Peering to Peace, so you should have some enveloping mist already applied. And then some burst is happening, you will click it before, you will start casting Soothing Mist. I'll start with Enveloping Mist to use that Thunder Focus T2, and you're just healing those 2 targets. You're blasting, 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 and those heals or damage is increasing. See, I still didn't use enough, it wasn't fully consumed because I didn't heal that many targets. And this guy got, I didn't have time to show it. But this guy got less healing, so if you check, it was almost fully used. 5,300,000. So it's basically 1 vitality is 1 point of damage or 1 point of heal. Exactly 1-to-1 transfer ratio. And if you want little damage, it's very simple, because when we are doing damage, we are healing a lot, so it's sharing on others, and others are getting heals by it. So you don't need to think about it much if you don't want to min-max full for heal or full for damage. Also, Thunder Focus Tea is buffing your next ability, but you want to time it more for this vitality, because 6 million healing or damage is literally more than just a little bit stronger next ability. So of course you want to get use of that buff of next ability too, but your main focus of timing Thunder Focus Tea is to this vitality. And of course, every time we drink Thunder Focus Tea and use that ability, we are getting Zen Pulse, so we are using it often anyway, because we want to use it often, and also we are getting stack of Chain Empowerment with making our lightning to do massive damage. If we are min-maxing damage again, so it's another trick to our gameplay. So ideally, before you do lightning, if you have 2 stacks, then just go cast 1 lightning and then drink tea. Spend that vitality. After you're done spending, around 10 seconds are out, but usually you spend it with your damage. So after you spend whole vitality, then you cast that lightning. If you have 2 stacks, even twice in a row, because you will have that 20% damage increase on those targets with those dots. So you will do more damage with lightning, and with that you will do also more healing, because guess what? If you are doing more damage, you are healing more, because we are healing from damage. That's why if you check Necrotic Wake, for example, and my healing, that was almost everything what I did. It was for damage. Gas of Mist is happening. Verify, I was clicking on instant. This is you are using for damage, and basically Renew Mist. So I was using Renew Mist and I was using Verify, and then sometimes something else. You can really pump a huge amount of damage with this build. When you have like normal pack and you are ready with 2 stacks and you have ready with 2 teas, you are doing 1.5 million DPS, literally. As a healer, it sounds stupid, but it's true. So we have a little bit extra mechanics with it. Yeah, not so important, it will be happening on its own. So when you're casting physical ability, it's increasing damage or healing from nature. So physical is what we are using our kicks. This is physical ability, and everything else, even lightning, is magical. It will happen on its own. It's no big deal. I don't think you need to think about it, but it's good to know. So after you do a few kicks, I said it wrong again. Then you can blast it, follow it with clicking J Lightning. You'll be empowered. After you do some heals, you know your next kick will be empowered. And vice versa. It's quite simple. Not huge, but good to realize it's happening. But it will happen on its own. You don't need to really think about it. So another thing, when you cast heal on yourself, it's healing more. 10% more and additional here. It's nothing you need to think about. It will be happening on its own. And we also increase the Chibo's G-Wave, so definitely Chibo's is now better with this build than G-Wave, because it was already better, but I still didn't bother to think about another ability. But Chibo's is much better for doing damage. It's fine for healing, but you can click other abilities for healing. But sure, when it's ready, just cast it. But usually if you have some, like, don't time it to some bursts. When you have some free time, of course. Just blast it. Hit as many friendly targets, as many enemy targets. But yeah, once again, it's mostly for damage. I did 47 million damage. That's quite decent. Alright, but now a little bit sadder part of this build. So we are losing some healing. It still heals, but it's not great for burst, because it takes time to apply, and then it still takes 8 seconds to heal. So it's not only like 8 seconds hot, it's longer, because 10 seconds you have time to expel. And it's hard even to prepare before the burst, because guess what? It needs to be 40% of your healing, not overhealing. So it's not great for healing. It's healing a lot, because it's still the maximum health, it's 7 or 6. Maybe 7 if you have Beast Gear and Stamina buff. It's extra millions to your healing, but it's not happening fast. So that's why it's not the best to use it for healing, and you think about this build and this hero talent as better for doing damage. So we need to compensate, because we are also losing some nice cooldown for AoE burst. So we are casting much more Vivifys and some Enveloping Mist too, but we don't have that Strength of the Black Ox buff. So it's happening much more often. We have spread our Renew Mist on whole group, and then Burst AoE will hit. And ideally you have Peer into Peace, but if you don't have, you need to start casting. Do I have? What? Oh, you start jumping. So, and then you can prepare some Enveloping Mist before Burst come, and then Burst come, and you are just casting Vivifys. If you don't have Peer into Peace, you are literally casting Vivifys, because that's the best what we can do. You prepare everything before, and when big burst hits, Vivify, Vivify, Vivify. Of course, you can kick between, like sun kick and stuff like that. If we have AoE access and we have that Jade empowerment, this is very, very good thing to start channeling lightning to 5 targets when you need to heal burst AoE. It's massive, but otherwise, yeah. So that little bit darker part of the build, we are getting a little bit less from our healing. But it's fine, we can compensate and tell people to use defensive. When I was checking logs, I seen these builds playing up to 15s. 16s they already played. They change for more healing Conduit of Celestials. But until 15 they still played Master of Harmony. And it was quite blasting too, so... It can go even hierarchy is not very high, but it's still good. But it's really fun, and it will be blasting. And it was fun more from the start, because people didn't believe you can do that much damage. Now people are more used to it, but it's still fun. You will enjoy it. And you know, you will heal, and you will have fun in dungeon. What more do you want from it? So anyway, that will be everything from me. Once again, if you want a whole detailed long guide from all mechanics and abilities and cooldowns MISTWEAVER Monk have, then check my other guide, and you can also check on Discord, and there is just inner text, and I have specific exactly for this build. So if you want to choose specific priorities and abilities and synergies just for this build, just hover my Discord and full text guide is waiting for you. Anyway, thank you for watching. Think about liking and subscribing, it's helping me a lot, and goodbye.